Hey man, just a short one, short video. You need to decide, man. You just need to decide. You just need to decide on who you want to be. What do you want to do? That's where it starts. You know, that's where it starts. Where you can just put your armor on, write your blueprint, and be this person that you have to be. Okay, and just embody it on a daily basis. You know, I'm so heartbroken, man. A lot of young people are killing themselves these days. Committing suicide, and I wonder, like, what is going on? You know, like, I know that life is very challenging, guys. I don't wanna use this name called hard. Because I don't believe that it is hard. I believe that it is challenging, but then to some people they define it as hard because the people that they surround themselves with, they are not helping them to become the best version of who they have to be. Understand? So now that becomes hard. Understand? Right? But then if you surround yourself with the people who actually are there to help you, to enrich you and give you that support to become this person that you have to be, then it becomes very easier. Understand? And then the only thing that you have to deal with is challenges. Understand? And again, I just want to say, if you don't have those people, understand? If you don't have those people, then it's okay. Be alone and know that, hey, I'm by myself and I'm gonna rely on myself, and I'm gonna equip myself with whatever that I want. Understand? In order for me to get to the next level. So yeah, man. It's a sad story, man. Like what is happening. It's very sad, honestly. And another thing that I want to say to young people, just like myself, is that, guys, life is a journey. Life is a journey. Like, you must treat life until you're planting something. It takes time. Like, it just goes slowly, slowly, slowly. But I'm telling you, in years from now, you're gonna see that, oh, flip. There is change here. There is change. You'll start to notice that. Okay? You start to notice that, oh, okay, I do see change. Okay? That's what you should do, actually. Like when you're sitting in your room or whatever, like, just try to observe your life, the past years, and be like, okay, I started here and then now I'm here. And you're like, oh, okay, we're moving. And try by all means not to compare yourself to your friends. Try by all means not to compare yourself to your family. I will put bait and fit to, they're not encouraging us. No one wants to tell us, hey, this is what is going on, and you're gonna be good if you do whatsoever, and stick to what you know and what you want to accomplish, and stop having this peer pressure. You understand? I wouldn't say that it's easy, below. It's not. It's not. But now, and I wouldn't say it's hard. You just know yourself, know who you are, and go with that. Understand? Don't try to look like someone else. Don't try to imitate someone else. Just be yourself, man. Understand? That's what is needed here. What else did I want to say? It's actually a lot that I want to say today. But yeah, guys, the most important thing, is for you to know yourself. It's for you to know yourself. Because if you don't know yourself and chase each and every single thing that is outside here, and then when you get it, you'll be miserable. Like there's misery in that. Like you just have to know yourself, know who you are. Don't chase each and every single thing that these young people are chasing. Don't compare your age with anyone. Don't compare your path with anyone. Don't compare your current situation with anyone. Just stick to your plan. Stick to your plan, man. Stick to who you are. Stick to your path. Understand? If you don't know who you want to be, that's what I'm saying. You gotta know who you are. First start there. And knowing who you are, you're not gonna know who you are by being with Sabangani, by being with family and everything like that. You have to be by yourself. Have to be by yourself, young man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Telling you, man. Like I realized that the hard way, my young man. I realized that the hard way, man. I realized that the hard way. I was looking up to some of my family members, looking up to some of my friends, all the people around me, and only to realize that they're also going through the most, and then I was like, okay, if my role model is going through the most, why is that, and I found out a lot of things, man. People are faking who they are, and we are looking up to them, and like, okay, we want to be like that, so that's why I'm saying that the best thing to do is to find yourself and have your own blueprint in life and follow that blueprint. Understand? Don't look at someone else and be like, I want to be him, I want to be her. So it's to find yourself, who you are, and what you want to do in this life. It's all about contributing to humanity, man. Really, like, the sooner you realize this, the better. That it's not about you. Yep, I said it. It's not about you, man. I said I'm gonna make this video short. We'll see. Yeah. So it's not about you, man. It's not about you. It's about the next person. It's about you serving other people. Understand? It's about you serving your brother. It's about you serving your sister. Do you understand, young man? I'm speaking to younger men. I feel like all the people who are, over 25, 30, 35, they should speak to us. Understand? I'm speaking to the younger people. Understand? I'm speaking to the younger people. So I'm saying, young people, that, don't look at other people and be like, I want to be like them. I don't have that. You don't know their current situation. You understand? Just focus on yourself. Find yourself. Understand? And you find yourself by being yourself, by being alone, actually. You find yourself by being alone. Understand? And find who you are. And go with that. Understand? And go with that. Do you understand me? I don't have pressure, Guti. Lona wenzani, lonani. No. That won't take you anywhere, my friend. That won't take you anywhere. That won't take you anywhere. Man, I don't want this video to be long. Sorry. I don't want this video to be long. Probably gonna post another one. Yeah, man. And read a lot of books, bro. Read books, man. I'm telling you, bro. Telling you. That's heaven right there, bro. Like this. Someone said that was seeing status on Twitter is that Utena, the most fascinating thing about reading a book is that you are reading someone else's life. If that person lives up to 100, that means you are reading knowledge that took 100 years to acquire. And whether you're just reading it in 30 minutes or whatsoever days that you take to finish the book, how fascinating is that? That you have spent 100 years reading someone else's story and you finish it in 3 days. And you don't only just read it, but then you accumulate the knowledge that comes with that. Meaning that you will not do the same mistakes that that person did. You will avoid those mistakes. Do you understand me? So that's that, my friend. Continue reading. Reading books. Buy yourself a book. If you cannot buy yourself a book, you cannot afford a book, probably ask your mom and your dad. If you can't do that as well, just go to the library, man. Go to the library. I used to do that, but then I found reading boring then. I was like, fuck, this thing is boring. Sorry for saying fuck, guys. But yeah, I was like, F it. This thing is boring, man. Like, how do they do it? But then you have to persist on it. You have to persist on it and love it, and just find the why. Why are you doing it? Which is attract value from it. Understand? And that's it, man. Is to learn something from it. Understand? Right? Just take those books that all the people wrote, or maybe even younger people like yourselves wrote. Understand? You will learn lessons from them and be like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna do this. And this is how it actually happened. All right, man. I want to keep it short, okay? Because I want younger people like you to click on this video and actually watch it, okay? All right, man. Peace out. See you on the next one. Cheers.